Hello everyone. So in this video, I'm going to tell you guys like how to prepare for software testing interview if you are experienced from 1 year to 2.5 years. So in this video, I'm just going to tell you what are the topics the interviewer asks to software testers who are who have experience in this range 1 to 2.5 years. uh, as I am having 2.5 years of experience, and I have given some interviews, so I have experience what question interviewer asks in software for the position of software tester. So let's begin this video. So I'm going to tell you uh, the topics asked by interviewer, like what are the topics an interviewer asks during your interview. So basically there are four topics uh, which is generally asked by an interviewer to the software testers. So first one is they will check your core Java concepts, then they will check your manual testing concepts, then they will test your automation testing concept, then they will test your database concepts. So here I'm taking it as like for the position of the one who can do both manual testing and automation testing, because as we can see there are a lot of opportunities coming for the automation testing, and I'm also applying for automation testing. So that's why I'm just sharing my own experience with you guys for the interview. So so accordingly, uh, I have subdivided these topics into for the core Java, what are the topics interviewer asks. So from manual, what are the major questions asked by interviewer, like in automation, uh, where you have to focus so that you can clear it. And I'm creating a series of videos. So in these videos, like I will create I'll create these videos in very like very for very small span of time, and those video will be specific for interview only. Like there will be the questions which interviewer, I'm not going to explain each and everything in Java, manual testing, automation testing, and database, but I'll cover those questions which I will cover the major question which interview asks to the software testers. So firstly, in the core Java, what you have to do, you have to focus on OOPS features, overloading, overriding, constructor, string array, collection, exception handling, static, super, this keyword. I'll create a separate video for this core Java topics. So what are the question interview ask related to core Java? So firstly, in the OOPS feature, they will ask you all the OOPS feature, like they will simply do a simple question with you, what do you understand by OOPS? So you have to explain what's the meaning of OOPS. So and you can explain by OOPS features also, there are four features, and accordingly when they are asking you they're asking this question from you, like OOPS features. So there is no their main focus is to ask question from features, OOPS features only, from abstraction, encapsulation, and polymorphism. And as we know, there are two kinds of polymorphism, static and dynamic. So from there they will ask overloading and overriding, these things. And in the overloading and overriding, they will ask you different questions like if we change the access modifier, if we change the uh, return type, then what will happen? If we change the parameter, then what will happen? And accordingly they will ask you for the access modifiers also, like for private, protected, default, what you will do in public. So accordingly there are so many questions. They will just play with your mind. They will try to confuse you and get the uh, like just they will confuse you, but you have to give the correct answer if you have prepared well. So after that, if you like if you are able to answer their question for the OOP feature, they will then they may jump for constructor, string, collection, exception handling as per their mind, like what they feel to ask you. But majorly, if you uh, if you are able to complete all these topics from core Java, then you will able to answer I I think 90% of the questions which they will ask. I'll say like 100, but 90% sure you will able to tell them. In the constructor, they will like ask you like default constructor. They will ask you like if you change the parameter, then what will happen? If you change, can we write the change the access modifier? Can we change the return type? So there are so many questions related to constructor. Accordingly, they will ask for the string and array. They will majorly focus on string. For array, they will like ask you for array and array list comparison or these kind of things. In string, they will ask you for immutable, string builder, string buffer difference, these things only. In the collection, they will just ask you like what sets related to sets, list, array list, and they will ask you like array and array list difference. So these types of questions. In exception handling, they will not deep dive, like they will not ask you deep questions, but they will just ask you like are you able to understand the exception handling, where you have whether you have used exception handling, where you have used. Just they will ask you like common, like do you have basic knowledge of exception handling or not. They will ask you like finally keyword, try catch finally. They will just play with the exception handling. And later they may ask you like static, super, this keyword. They'll just play with your mind. In manual testing, they will ask you about like SDLC and SDLC process. They will ask questions from like the model of your project, like whether it is agile or waterfall. Mostly nowadays we all have agile model. We are following agile model in our projects. So they will ask some questions from agile, and then they will ask you like difference between like smoke, sanity, regression testing, black box testing, or like what is black box, like what is white box testing. Then they will ask related to some question like test case related question, like how you create test case, like how you do the execution of test case, like whether you do you create test data or related to these. Like they may ask you like RTM, uh, and after that they may ask you like for like which bug tracking tool you are using. Accordingly, they will ask some question related to bug tracking tool, like how you raise defect, and related to that, just they will check you like do you have proper knowledge of the tool or not. Or they can give you like scenarios and situations like uh, if the developer is not mm, like he's just rejecting your defect and he's not working on that defect, then what you will do, like in this situation, like what you will do, like so accordingly they will give you some scenarios and situation and you have to answer uh, as per that. And in the automation testing, then they will Selenium is the major part. Like they'll check your like from basics to your advanced level of Selenium. So though you have to prepare well for Selenium, because as you are applying for the automation testing, or so they'll check your from basics to advanced. You have to prepare in Selenium, as our framework is using TestNG. So they can ask you question related to TestNG, Maven, and anything, whatever comes in their mind. But you have to prepare well in this area. This is the major area of use if you're applying for software tester, and if you want to work in automation. So you have to more focus on this. Then they will ask you are you using any CI tool, continuous integration tool like Jenkins? So if you tell your project is in your project you are using continuous integration tool, so they will ask some questions related to that, like how you are using, so and when you are running your scripts by using that, how you are using to integrate your scripts, how you are integrating it. Or they may ask you for some cloud also, Source Labs. So accordingly what you will tell them, they will ask question from that point. Later they can just ask you do you know BDD, BDD, TDD, test data driven, behavior data driven. So if you tell them you know, and whether you have worked on that in your project, so they can ask 1-2 questions from that also. Then they'll just to check whether you know framework approaches or not, data driven, keyword driven, hybrid driven, whether you know the difference between these all or not. So just basic of these you must know. They will just check you are you using any version control, are you uploading your scripts in GitHub? So where are you integrating your scripts, how you are integrating your scripts to GitHub. So they will just check the basic knowledge of yours in version control also. So you have to prepare this also. And the last is database. Just they will check your basic knowledge in database. They will ask some basic queries to you, third highest salary, second highest salary, highest salary, or any other questions related to queries. Or they may ask you difference between DDL, DML, and you can just, if you have knowledge also, so you can explain them. They can ask difference between truncate, delete, drop, and joins. In this area they will ask very less questions, but this is not the major part, but they will just check your basic knowledge in database. So this is all for the software testing interview. I hope you all will get what are the question interview asked to the software testers. Let's meet in next video where I will just explain deeply for each and every topic, in what topic interview ask which questions, which are the questions important in those topics. So let's meet in the next video. Till then, bye.